Good evening, everyone. Troy Knutson, I'm a commander here at the Sheriff's Office. I'd like to welcome you all to this award ceremony. I'll be standing in tonight for Chief Deputy Tillman, who's a little under the weather tonight. We absolutely appreciate you coming out. We're very proud of our officers and some of the excellent work that they have done this year, and we've been looking forward to this day where we get a chance to recognize that. We're going to start the ceremony here this evening with the posting of the colors, and we're going to follow that up with the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you would all rise.
Colors. Right shoulder, arms. Present, arms. Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Shoulder, arms. Order, arms. Port, arms. Colors.
Thank you. You may be seated. This time it's my privilege to introduce the Sheriff of Rock County, Robert Spoden.
I have to put the mic down a little bit here. The commander's a little bit taller than me, so thank you all for coming tonight. Seems like every year this gets bigger and bigger, and I'm just extremely thrilled to see your support for all the members of the Sheriff's Office. Those of you who are here as fellow officers, and those of you who are here as friends and family. This is a very special night for us. This is a night when we can acknowledge and recognize the men and women who every day serve our county and serve the Sheriff's Office. And every day they come in and they work hard at keeping you safe and ensuring that the same quality of life that all of us have had throughout our lives as children, as adults, that same quality of life is for our future children as well. And so tonight what we will do is we will be presenting awards, unit citations. We will be presenting community service awards where we recognize our sergeants and some of our staff that volunteer their time. We're going to recognize some of companies who have been very gracious throughout the years in serving our community. And we're going to recognize one of our awards, which to me is one of the most important one, and that's our life-saving awards, where officers actually participated in saving a human life. We will also be announcing our Deputy of the Year, our Correctional Officer Year, and our Civilian Employee of the Year. And our final award will be our F. Joseph Black Leadership Award, which recognizes leadership qualities both within the agency and in the community, and recognize someone that is dedicated not only to the Sheriff's Office, but is dedicated to their family. We have quite a few guests here, and I'm going to do my best to announce who they are. If you would please raise your hand when I announce them. I'm very pleased that we have quite a few of our retired officers. First one I'd like to introduce is Senator Tim Cullen. He's here tonight. We have the chairman of the board, Russ Paul Zilney. We have the vice chairman of the board, Sandy Kraft. We have the chairman of the Public Safety and Justice Committee, Ivan Collins. And we have the chief of police from Janesville, Chief David Moore. I'm also pleased to announce that we have quite a few of our retired officers here. We have former Chief Deputy retired Mike Ash. We have our maintenance supervisor, Joe Roberts. My former secretary and the one who used to actually run the Sheriff's Department, Jane Colby. We have Jeanette Johnson, who served as administrative assistant. We have former Sergeant Carrie Schlittler, former Lieutenant Roy Whitford, former Sergeant Ron DeWitt, and former Sergeant Bob Wire. We're very happy and honored that you would choose to join us here tonight. I also would like to recognize Lori Stotler, who is our county clerk. We're glad to see her here tonight. Dave O'Connell, the Human Resources Director, and our county administrator, Craig Knutson. We also have Kevin Murray, who's a member of the Janesville School Board. Judge-elect McCory, who's joined us tonight. We're glad to see her. And Milton City Council person Anissa Welsh is also here with us tonight. And again, as you see a cross-section of our community leaders, not just from Janesville, but from all over Rock County. And we're very honored to have them here representing their community and their interest in ensuring that the Sheriff's Office continues to move forward and be progressive. So, with that in mind, we will be beginning the ceremony. I'm going to turn it over to Commander Knutson, who will announce each award. At that time, they will come up and they will be presented their award, and then they return to their seats. So, thanks, Commander.
All right, the first award that we have to present this evening is a Certificate of Unit Citation that honors the Rock County Sheriff's Office, front office, and civil process clerical staff. So if I could have Christine Firkus, Sarah Fisher, Janice Gadachek, Regina Holmberg, Christine Miller, Sherry Jackson, and Linda Nash all come forward this time. In recognition of teamwork, diligence, and perseverance which has been performed in an exemplary manner. During 2011, the front office and civil process clerical staff were going through a number of changes. There were numerous occasions of retirements, illnesses, and family medical leave used. Due to these situations, the staff was routinely reduced to half of its normal strength. Those assigned, Christine Firkus, Sarah Fisher, Janice Gadachek, Regina Holmberg, Sherry Jackson, Christine Miller, and Linda Nash not only worked together to help with the various responsibilities, but ensured everything was accomplished without complaint or comment. They increased their workload and responsibilities as the situation evolved. Their creativity and optimism allowed what could have been a detrimental situation, resulting in a positive outcome. Their combined efforts are an example of what a team needs to be. Presented with my sincere appreciation and gratitude, Robert D. Spoden, Sheriff. Thank you. Craig Strouse, you can step forward. This next award is a Certificate of Community Service presented to Captain Craig Strouse in recognition of your integrity, professionalism, and commitment to the Rock County Sheriff's Office. Captain Strouse started his career with the Sheriff's Office in 1994. He has worked his way through the ranks to his current duties as the Operations Captain of Correctional Services. Captain Strouse has consistently served his community both while at work and outside of normal duty. He served in the Wisconsin Army National Guard for 6 years, served as an Edgerton School Board member for 3 years, and is currently on the Planning and Zoning Board for Fulton Township. Captain Strouse is a hunter safety instructor and coaches baseball and football for youth in the Edgerton area. He is actively involved in the Trinity Lutheran Church of Edgerton, serving as Vice President of the Church Council. He has served as a mentor for youth in his community. During his entire career, Captain Strouse' dedication and compassionate commitment to the Rock County community serves as an example to us all and should be commended. Presented with my sincere appreciation and gratitude, Robert D. Spoden, Sheriff. Sergeant Wayne Hansen. The next award that we have to present is a Certificate of Community Service to Sergeant Wayne Hansen. Sergeant Hansen, a 25-year veteran of the Rock County Sheriff's Office, is the varsity volleyball coach for the Milton School District. In addition, Sergeant Hansen actively volunteers to coach basketball and volleyball for St. John Vianney and manages a volleyball camp for girls ages 11 to 14. Also, Sergeant Hansen actively coaches a club team in Janesville called Rock Volleyball and has done so for 11 years. Sergeant Hansen is an active member of the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletics Association, refereeing basketball games for levels grade school through high school. Sergeant Hansen has also held the position of athletic director for St. Patrick's and St. John Vianney schools, totaling 6 years. Sergeant Hansen serves as an excellent role model and is committed to mentoring youth. Sergeant Hansen's devotion to our youth demonstrates the importance of teaching positive attitude, teamwork, and sportsmanship that each person will carry for the rest of their lives. Sergeant Hansen contributes greatly to the community he proudly serves. Presented with my sincere appreciation and gratitude, Robert D. Spoden, Sheriff. Mrs. Gray, if you could come forward. The next award that we have to bestow is a Certificate of Citizen Award honoring Gray's Brewing Company. In recognition of your valuable and generous acts that have promoted community involvement, philanthropy, and have supported law enforcement. In 1856, Gray's Brewing Company opened in Janesville, Wisconsin. Gray's has shown to be an enthusiastic and devoted supporter of the law enforcement and Rock County community. Gray's Brewing has been a tremendous supporter of the Rock County Sheriff's Office National Night Out event. The annual National Night Out has been utilized to bring law enforcement and the community together in a positive venture. Gray's very generous donations help ensure the success of this event. Gray's is also very involved with the community of Janesville and Rock County. They are significant supporters of the Rock Around the Block Festival, volunteering their time and donations to ensure the success of the community event. Their dedication and support for the citizens of Rock County show they are more than deserving of this award. Presented with my sincere appreciation and gratitude, Robert D. Spoden, Sheriff. Julie Grandeffo. Our next award is a Certificate of Citizen Award honoring Julie Grandeffo. In recognition of your selfless and compassionate act demonstrating the cooperation between citizens and law enforcement. On May 21st, 2011, the Rock County Sheriff's Office investigated a traffic accident in which a mother and 2 sons were killed. The father was hospitalized with serious injuries. A 3rd son was at home at the time of the accident. The investigating deputy, realizing the teen had no family or friends left to care for him, found that the young man had a Parker High School teacher that he liked. Julie Grandeffo, Parker ELL teacher, was contacted and responded to Mercy Hospital. Julie helped the teen get through the extremely difficult situation. She even transported him to the UW-Madison Hospital so that he could see his brother before he died. Julie also selflessly opened her home and allowed him to stay with her until other family members could come from out of state to care for him. Julie's dedication to helping her student in time of need demonstrates her caring, compassion, and friendship, and can serve as an example for us all. Presented with my sincere appreciation and gratitude, Robert D. Spoden, Sheriff. Dr. Rodney Van Beek. The next award is a Certificate of Sheriff's Award honoring Dr. Rodney Van Beek. In recognition of your service to Rock County Sheriff's Department and the Rock County community by virtue of your diligence, dedication, and character. In 2009, Dr. Van Beek joined the Rock County Sheriff's Office SWAT team. He had served in the U.S. Navy prior to medical school. Dr. Van Beek is employed by Mercy Health System and has been instrumental in obtaining life-saving equipment for the Sheriff's Office SWAT team. He volunteers his time to attend training sessions, monthly practices, and call-outs. He has also prepared and presented training on life-saving techniques to the SWAT team. Dr. Van Beek is deployed with the SWAT team entry team and has provided emergency medical evaluation and care to hostages, innocent citizens, law enforcement personnel, as well as suspects during calls. He also routinely makes himself available when members of the Sheriff's Office have medical questions or need assistance. Dr. Van Beek provides his service out of a desire to give back to his community and help law enforcement. His dedication, compassion, and self-sacrifice is appreciated and admired by his SWAT teammates and Sheriff's Office staff. Presented with my sincere appreciation and gratitude, Robert D. Spoden, Sheriff. Patricia Swartout. Our next award is a Certificate of Sheriff's Award honoring Secretary II Patricia Swartout. In recognition of your service to the Rock County Sheriff's Office and the Rock County community by virtue of your diligence, dedication, and character, Patricia Swartout began at the Sheriff's Office in September of 2010. In a relatively short amount of time, she has made a tremendous impact on our organization. She completely revamped the Sheriff's Office annual report. Upon accepting this report project, she took complete responsibility for it, accumulating the information, formatting, and organizing the document. She ensured that the report met her standards before submitting it for approval. In the end, it was very professional and represented the Sheriff's Office well. She was also instrumental in developing the Sheriff's Office electronic crime mapping, working with Rock County Information Technology and a national company to ensure success. Secretary Swartout arrived at the Sheriff's Office with a high degree of computer skills. She has used her organizational ability combined with computer skills to significantly improve a number of programs and capabilities within our office. She has quickly shown herself to be the go-to person whose hard work and dedication are an example to all. Presented with my sincere appreciation and gratitude, Robert D. Spoden, Sheriff. Deputy Tom Kunkel. Our next award is a Sheriff's Award presented to Deputy Thomas Kunkel in recognition of your service to the Rock County Sheriff's Office and the Rock County community by virtue of your diligence, dedication, and character. Deputy Thomas Kunkel started his career with the Sheriff's Office in 1992. A short time later, he was selected as a field training officer due to his knowledge, ability to work with others, and willingness to help. Over the years, Deputy Kunkel has been responsible for training dozens of new deputies on how to function as a deputy sheriff. He accepted this responsibility as it was a tremendous opportunity, not only to show the deputies how to do the job, but how to best serve the citizens of Rock County. Deputy Kunkel has taken responsibility numerous times during his career to help improve the training program, both in the material that is covered and the documentation that is completed. His high standards for trainees have been an example to many of the other training officers. Deputy Kunkel is also a member of the recreational safety team, motor safety instructor, and has most recently been working on the new radio interoperability project. His willingness to put duty above self has been a tremendous asset to the Sheriff's Office and is appreciated and admired. Presented with my sincere appreciation and gratitude, Robert D. Spoden, Sheriff. Correctional Officer Andrew Brown. On behalf of the people of Rock County, I am especially pleased to salute Correctional Officer Andrew Brown in recognition of your service to the Rock County Sheriff's Office and the Rock County community by virtue of your diligence, dedication, and character. Correctional Officer Andrew Brown began his career with the Rock County Sheriff's Office on April 2nd, 2007. Aside from normal duties, he has taken on the additional responsibility of maintaining the self-contained breathing apparatus for scuba equipment for the Sheriff's Office. He inventories equipment and takes care of budgetary issues. Officer Brown also tests the units monthly and coordinates training for the jail staff. All documentation is done on time and in a professional manner. He is able to maintain this program while working within his duty hours and with limited supervisor oversight. With the highly technical nature of these duties and the responsibility involved, Officer Brown should be commended for his dedication to the health and welfare of the staff of the Rock County Sheriff's Office. Presented with my sincere appreciation and gratitude, Robert D. Spoden, Sheriff. Correctional Officer Jayson Cleasby. Our next award is a life-saving award. On May 21st, 2011, at 1:19 a.m., Officer Cleasby was conducting a security check in C Unit at the Rock County Jail. Officer Cleasby observed an inmate with a sheet tied around his neck. Officer Cleasby called for assistance, opened the door, and made contact with the inmate. The inmate was limp and unresponsive. Officer Cleasby placed the inmate onto a bunk to relieve the pressure on his neck and remove the sheet. He then opened the inmate's airway and began chest compressions. Shortly afterward, the inmate began to cough and breathe on his own. Officer Cleasby's quick thinking and actions prevented the inmate from successfully committing suicide and allowed him to receive the treatment that was needed. Presented with my sincere appreciation and gratitude, Robert D. Spoden, Sheriff. Correctional Officer Barb Meister, Deputy Greg Westness, and Correctional Officer David Vandenhoven. Our next award is also a life-saving award. On June 23rd, 2011, at 2 p.m., Officer Vandenhoven observed an inmate tying a sheet around the railing on the second tier of B Unit Section 4. The inmate had the other end tied around his neck. Officer Vandenhoven radioed for assistance, and Officer Barb Meister and Deputy Greg Westness responded. The inmate lowered himself so that he was hanging by the sheet in a suicide attempt. Officer Meister and Deputy Westness arrived and entered the section. The inmate turned pale and began making choking noises. Officer Meister held the inmate up while Deputy Westness untied the sheet. The inmate was lowered to the ground and checked. The inmate was still breathing and remained conscious. Medical assistance was summoned and the inmate received medical treatment. Officer Vandenhoven, Officer Meister, and Deputy Westness performed their duties with commendable decision-making skills, professional demeanor, and physical ability. They worked as a team and prevented what could have been a tragic situation. Presented with my sincere appreciation and gratitude, Robert D. Spoden, Sheriff. The next award is also a life-saving award. It's going to be presented to Sergeant Kimberly Litsheim and Nurse Gracie Guerrero. Nurse Guerrero is sadly in California at this time, so accepting it on her behalf will be Correctional Officer Maria Amador. On July 31st, 2011, while attending a wedding reception off-duty, Sergeant Kim Litsheim and Nurse Gracie Guerrero took quick action to save a heart attack victim. During the reception, a male subject with prior medical issues fell to the ground. Immediately, Sergeant Litsheim called 911 while Nurse Guerrero attended to the victim. The victim did not have a pulse and was not breathing. Nurse Guerrero began chest compressions while Sergeant Litsheim administered rescue breathing. They were able to bring the victim back to consciousness by the time emergency personnel arrived. Emergency room staff reported to the family that the victim was fortunate to be alive and credited the quick and necessary action taken by Sergeant Litsheim and Nurse Guerrero. Presented with my sincere appreciation and gratitude, Robert D. Spoden, Sheriff. Correctional Officer Charles Cowan, Correctional Officer Jayson Brown, Correctional Officer Brian Rader. This next award will also be a life-saving award. On August 25th, 2011, at approximately 12:30 p.m., Officer Charlie Cowan requested assistance in B Unit with an inmate that was attempting to hang himself. Officer Cowan made the inmates lock down so the responding officers could deal with the situation. Officers Brian Rader and Jayson Brown responded. Officer Brown retrieved the 9/11 tool and they entered the unit. They found the inmate with a sheet tied around his neck and the other end tied to his bunk. The officers cut the sheet, lowered the inmate to the ground, and removed the noose. The inmate regained consciousness as the nursing staff arrived on scene. The correctional officers worked as a team to save the inmate's life. Their swift actions allowed this individual to survive and receive treatment he desperately needed. Presented with my sincere appreciation and gratitude, Robert D. Spoden, Sheriff. This next award is truly a team effort. I get the following people to come up front here. Sergeant Kimberly Litsheim, Correctional Officer Daniel Banks, Correctional Officer Larry DeLoramore, Correctional Officer Jackie Gerber, Correctional Officer Barb Meister, Correctional Officer Dennis Miller, Correctional Officer Nicole Tatter, Correctional Officer James Walsh, Correctional Officer Aaron Wilson, Nurse Brandy Malcook, Nurse Renee Thompson. On October 13th, 2011, at approximately 10:45 a.m., Officer Tatter called for a medical emergency in the hallway of C Unit. Officer Tatter explained that an inmate was choking on his medication. Officer Banks and Kim Litsheim responded first to the call. They attempted the Heimlich maneuver but were unsuccessful. They then lowered the inmate to the floor to begin chest compressions. By then, officers Myra, Wilson, Meister, Walsh, Gerber, and DeLoramore, along with nurses Malcook and Thompson, arrived to assist. They attempted to clear the inmate's airway, and when that was unsuccessful, began chest compressions. The inmate was unconscious, so oxygen and the AED were retrieved and being set up when the medication was dislodged. The inmates then became conscious and was administered oxygen. An ambulance arrived at the jail, and emergency personnel were brought to the unit. All of the responding staff worked as a team to save the inmate's life and avoided what was sure to be a tragic situation. Presented with my sincere appreciation and gratitude, Robert D. Spoden, Sheriff.
Closer. You guys like each other. Hold the thing up. There you go. Outstanding. One more for the grouchy people.
Cameraman is a tough job. Deputy Matthew Pyne. Our next award is for Deputy of the Year. Deputy Pyne is recognized for his 20 years of service to the citizens of Rock County, including involvement in various specialty teams during his tenure. Deputy Pyne began his career with the Sheriff's Office as a correctional officer in 1992. In 1998, he was appointed Deputy Sheriff and has served in this capacity on first and second shift patrol. Deputy Pyne has an outstanding work ethic and integrity which results in the highest echelon of respect among his peers. Deputy Pyne is detail-oriented and his investigations are stringently thorough, where he reaches the most logical conclusion. He has been a field training officer since 2003 and has trained numerous new deputies. Deputy Pyne will plan the next day training at home in order to make the training experience as seamless as possible for the new recruit. Deputy Pyne has been a member of the Water Patrol Team since 2001. His knowledge base for boating and general rescue is one of the best at the Sheriff's Office. Deputy Pyne has been a lead boat safety instructor for many years and is well known to the community for his dedication to the youth that go through the programs. Deputy Pyne assisted with building the recreational safety team to its current status and ability, spending countless hours restoring an ATV, airboat, and equipping the new dive van. An employee such as Deputy Pyne allows our agency to maintain a status as one of the best in the state. With Deputy Pyne's training and ability, he instills work ethic and knowledge to future leaders at this office. Presented with my sincere appreciation and gratitude, Robert D. Spoden, Sheriff. Correctional Officer Myra Sanchez. In recognition of your integrity, professionalism, and commitment to the Rock County Sheriff's Office, Correctional Officer Sanchez is recognized for her 5 years of service to the citizens of Rock County, including involvement in various specialty teams during her tenure. Her leadership, knowledge, and experience have allowed her to become a community corrections officer assigned to the Work Ender Division and a member of the Rock County Gang Unit. Correctional Officer Sanchez has been recognized by her supervisors for the compassionate and emphatic manner in which she interacts with the inmate population. Being bilingual, Officer Sanchez is a valuable asset to this agency. She has translated all of the jail forms from English to Spanish and is able to communicate with a good portion of inmates that are in our programs, affording them the opportunity to participate easily. Correctional Officer Sanchez has been described as an informal leader with all of the characteristics and qualities that you would look for in a correctional officer. Her dedication and work ethic serve as an example to others and are immensely appreciated by her supervisors. Presented with my sincere appreciation and gratitude, Robert D. Spoden, Sheriff. Administrative Assistant Christine Firkus. Administrative Assistant Christine Firkus has been assigned to the Civil Process Division since March 10, 2008, working both first and second shifts. Christine has gained the respect of her coworkers and supervisors alike with her work ethic, positive attitude, and sense of responsibility toward the Sheriff's Office. As an example, Christine took on additional responsibility during a coworker's 4-month maternity leave. She took on both the civil process and the time-sensitive warrant office. Christine also received a positive performance evaluation for her efforts in addressing the Crime Information Bureau's audit of the time system, reviewing all entries for accuracy and applying current Department of Justice rules to those entries. Christine's dedication and commitment serves as an example to her coworkers. With my sincere appreciation and gratitude, Robert D. Spoden, Sheriff. Correctional Officer Larry Klesmeyer. Our final award for the evening is for the Sheriff F. Joseph Black Leadership Award. In recognition of your leadership and dedicated service to the Sheriff's Office, your community, and to the corrections field. Starting as a correctional officer in 1994, Supervisor Klesmeyer has displayed ethical decision-making skills and was a constant informal leader. He received the Correctional Officer of the Year award in 2002. Throughout his career, Supervisor Klesmeyer has received and excelled at completing special projects. He was a key stakeholder in developing and implementing the jail classification system and the jail expansion project. He was also the supervisor on the jail transition team that developed workflow and procedures to be utilized in the jail renovation. Supervisor Cleasby took the lead in organizing and training the jail staff in the new electronic security aspects of the jail. He was also a 9-year member of the Sheriff's Office dive team, retiring from it as the team leader. He is currently the assistant team leader on the Correctional Emergency Response Team. Supervisor Cleasby has consistently demonstrated that his work ethic, knowledge, commitment, and dedication to the mission of the Rock County Sheriff's Office are second to none. The leadership you exhibit is in the highest tradition of the Sheriff's Office. Presented with my sincere appreciation and gratitude, Robert D. Spoden, Sheriff. At this time, I will turn it back over to Sheriff Spoden for a few closing remarks.
Again, good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us this evening as we recognize some of the best and finest men and women, not only at the Sheriff's Office, but in our community. It is my honor to serve with these individuals. Every day they come out and they give 100% and ensure that we are all safe and that we all enjoy the same quality of life that we've had. I especially would like to acknowledge our Deputy of the Year, our Correctional Officer of the Year, our Civilian Employee of the Year, and our F. Joseph Black Leadership Award of the Year. These awards are not given lightly, and I will tell you that there was a strong field in all of these categories, and these officers and men and women that were selected for these awards have done extremely well for us. And they've demonstrated leadership not only at the Sheriff's Office, but leadership with their community. They're dedicated to their families. They're dedicated to the community of Rock County. And so all of them are extremely decent people, and we're very honored to serve with them. So with that, we are going to have some refreshments. We encourage you to stick around. Again, thank you very much for being here tonight. I would also like to thank Representative Amy Laudenbach for being here from Beloit. She came here, and I also saw that Commander Art Lefebvre came in as well. He was good to see him as well. So again, thank you all very much for being here. Have a good evening and good night.